Alright, welcome everybody to the day 2 of BJ Team Destruction League. So yesterday, there was also a game between Bobak and Jinheo and Patience one-man team, and also I woke up and it's this team, and it was a pretty awesome game. Went 2-3 in favor of the Jinheo lovers, and then also went 3-0 in favor of Patience one-man team. So today we're going to see a very good game as well, indeed. Today is going to be against Bobak and Pangjinpang and Men of Busan 2 versus I woke up and it's this team again. So the first matchup is Bobak versus Pangjinpang. Bobak is consisted of these 3 players: Dark, Impact, and Armani, and Pangjinpang is consisted of these 3 players: Rogue, Innovation, and True. It's going to be a very those 2 teams are very stacked. Bobak, of course, has 3 Zergs. Zergs are very good at this current moment. All the Zerg players are really playing well. Dark, of course, exceeding 10k WCS points, and and also in the first place of WCS. Impact, also a very good Zerg. A GSL round of 16 level Zerg, very good. And also Armani, a very great Zerg as well. GS down to 32 level Zerg, very good. And also in Pangjinpang, we of course have the GSL, the most recent GSL Code S winner, Rogue. And we have Innovation, one of the most decorated Terrans that we've seen in StarCraft 2. And also we have True, a very good Zerg from Psystorm Gaming. These 2 matchups are very, I guess, interesting because it's going to be Dark ZVZ. But let's take a look at the schedule for BJ Destruction League real quick. So tomorrow we're also going to have a cast. So it's all going to be packed full except for the weekends. We're always going to be casting right here on the channel for the English, and it's going to last until next Wednesday, and then we're going to have a BlizzCon, and then we're going to have another rest, and then go off to the playoff. Anyways, the current team ranking, currently Jihyun one-man team, aka Patience one-man team, in the first place, and then second place, and so on. Anyways, it's going to be a very interesting game today. So let's get right into it. So on the bottom right corner, we have from the team Bobak, the blue Zerg, Armani. On the top left corner, we have the red Zerg, representing the team Pangjinpang, True. It's very interesting because both teams playing rather conservatively. Building hatch first, I believe, both sides. True going. Okay, True is gonna go. They're both gonna go for 16 hatch into a standard pool gas opener, and also the fun fact is that currently you are able to donate to the prize pool as well, and the currently 557,901 has been donated, and that is approximately $560-ish has been donated to the prize. So if you can do that, that's also helpful for the players as well. Let's see. Currently prize pool, and also currently a third is going to be taken by True, a rather greedy third. Um, Currently, True knows that there's not going to be any links running by based on the timing of the Overlord, so I think he's thinking that Armani is going to play safely as well and is going to expand right away. Queens are being built from each hatchery, and also True is being very greedy as well because he's not even building links nor getting any Zergling speed upgrades, so it is possible that we may see some Roach aggression or very techie play coming in from True. Now he hits the Zergling speed upgrade, so he probably has some ideas to do with that. Anyways, no Overlord speed coming in from both sides, so scouting will not be as plentiful, but Baningless is gonna go down from True. So True is going to play that defensive Bane Link style and see if he can hold on to this early macro advantage that he got with the very early third hatchery. So I'm really excited to see the amount of units that True can pump out in the mid game as the result to this very greedy early game expansion. These queens being very ambitious, going out off the creep in order to chase the Overlord, but fails to do so, unfortunately. And a Link Scout comes in from Armani and gets shut down, but sees practically everything to see for now. And a layer coming in from Armani, but it's much later than True at this moment, who is going for the very early Roach tech as well. And it looks like he is going to go for some form of aggression. He's not building drones, and ooh, okay. All these links, scouting links, do spot that there's a large amount of link coming in from True, and Armani's morphing some of the Banes, but is this going to be enough? Because there's a lot of lanes coming to the other side, and with a little bit of split, all these Bane damage could be mitigated. And here comes the lanes, and the Banes are chasing it down, but no connection to one Bane that goes off without doing much damage. And the Queen zoning out the Banes from True, and a little fight going down, and the Bane does connect, but not so well. And then, and for now, the aggression is stopped, but Spire is gonna come from True, and it looks like True is going to keep slow down the pressure for now as he switches on over to drone production. But this is quite a lot of Link Bane that was created by True, so his worker count is not that looking good, but he is recovering by building a lot of lanes, and Armani sending all of the Zerglings across the map, trying to do some damage. But a lot of Zerglings comes into the natural of Armani, and all these drones getting nibbled down, nibble, and here comes counterattack from Armani. He needs to do damage on the other side, or he is going to be in a pretty bad position, but 3 drones going to 5 drones. And 6 drones, and he decides to go to the main and do some more damage, but here comes the Roach wave coming in from Armani. He has stopped drone production. He is going all in with this attack. He needs to kill True now, and Armani is definitely doing a lot of damage. 9 drones in total going down, and a Nidus is being thrown down, so full gas on, and full attack is gonna come very soon. And the Nidus is gonna go down. It's going to start sending in some reinforcements, but Mutalisks are already out, and they are ready to wreak havoc on these roaches. But Mutalisks are actually gonna go across the map and try to see if it can do damage. The queens are over here on True's side of the map, and the Mutalisks are gonna start doing some damage to the workers on the other side. Meanwhile, the Roachling army comes in. Oh, the move commando is gonna come in. But the Nidus is gonna keep on being pumped out, and True needs to do damage with these Mutalisks. But the queens are here, shooing away all these Mutalisks. Oh, here comes another flock of Mutalisks. Mutalisks so far did good damage, but roaches are destroying the natural of True and is starting to dwindle down True's economy. And Mutalisk trying to do its best to lower the roach count, but roaches are going ham on True's main base, and True is down to this last layer. But if this layer goes down, it is going to be the end of it. Here comes the queens to support, and the boys are pulled, the drones are pulled, trying to stop this attack at all costs. But the queens are transfusing these queens, and this Mutal is trying to focus down the queens. But is there just too many Mutas? Oh, but there's one Mutas left, and all the Mutas has been cleaned up, and only drones remain, and a GG is called, and Armani takes the game. Very well played by Armani there. Armani recognizing that he cannot beat True face to face in a ground face to face army, so he decided to go for the Nidus. Gets all over True's face, and despite True going for the Mutalisk army in order to counter the Roach army, Armani successfully sends the queen across the map and also some drones to build spore crawlers to counter this the Mutalisks, and is able to take the game. Very well played. So next up is going to be next is going to be Armani versus, I think they're going to send out Innovation, because this is an all-kill format. So we should see the next player very soon. I am actually going to expect Innovation to come out next, because Rogue is in the best form right now, and Rogue is probably going to come out last as a kind of sort of a let's say a wild card. So I think it's going to be absolutely awesome. I would like to apologize, but it seems like we're having some issues with sound transmission. So we're going to fix that real quick. I would like to apologize for the music volume being a bit too low. Let me just fix that real quick. Alright, on the top right corner we have innovation, and then on the bottom right corner we have Armani. And on the bottom left corner we have the blue Zerg Armani, who is actually going for a hash first and a spawning pool second, so pretty normal stuff. Innovation is going to send out his Reaper Scout. Oh, Armani, but with a very smart Zergling positioning on the high ground, forcing Innovation to take a little bit of risk every time he comes up. And he does force a Reaper Grenade out of him. And the Queen pops out, and the Reaper Scout should be over for now. And he goes to the third base location, checking everything. And it seems like Innovation is gonna go for a normal 1-1-1, a Hellion into oh, actually, he's going to build a Marine off of the barracks. So that could mean two things. So the first theory is that he's trying to deny any and all Overlord Scout, especially because of the recent trend of the Overlord speed, which is kicking in just now from Armani. Turn usually goes for 2 Marine in order to deny Scout. Oh, but the Fusion Core is gonna go down. Oh, but Armani sees everything! This pervert Overlord gets to see everything. Oh my goodness. But Armani sees this now, so he should be able to react to battlecruisers accordingly. So now the question is Innovation going to use this in order to fake a Range Liberator translation? In order to fake a Range Liberator transition. It's a good theory. I think it's going to be very fun to see, but I'm afraid it's not actually going to be so because of the map. But here comes all these Hellion going to try to cook all the drones, but the drone and pooling is very good, and also there are enough queens to push this. So Innovation getting his build scouted and also losing 2 Hellions for practically nothing. I think he only got like 4 Zergling. So not only that he lost some map presence, he's quite behind, I would say. But he's gonna take a third CC and see what he can do. Marines out in the outskirts trying to deny any and all Overlord Scout. A Nidus Swarm actually going to be prepared from Armani. I think it's a very good choice, especially with the Battlecruiser, because if you go Battlecruisers, you're not going to have the real units. When I mean by real units, more like the defensible units. Hellions, they're pretty good at killing drones, and maybe some lings as well, if microed properly. But if there's Massling in your main, then it gets a bit tricky. But Battlecruiser coming in, picking off 4 workers, 5, 6, 7. Actually, 7 worker, not bad. But the Battlecruiser, can it live? That's the question, and the answer is no. But the Nidus is gonna be picked up in the main. Going to be set down in the main. Does Innovation see it? He should have seen it. Oh no, it's a disaster. He's microing the Hellion across the map, and the Nidus finishes. Oh, and the lane flood comes in. But Hellion in a pretty decent position if microed well, but there's way too much Queen on the other side of the map. The battlecruiser production being hit. This Hellion needs to do a lot of worker damage, or this will be not good. But the battlecruiser also gets cancelled, and the Hellion gets stuck by the Nidus, and a GG is called. And Armani with a very beautiful scout by the Overlord, and with a very great Nidus play, takes out Innovation. Very well played by Armani right there. Wow. Currently, the score is 2-0 in favor of the Bobok team. Very well played. So this is an all-kill again. Let me remind you guys. So this is an all-kill method. So if Armani can defeat Rogue in the next game, then it's all over. Then it's all over for Pang Tin Pang for today. They will be in a very bad spot. But the question is, what is going to be the next map? Since overall, Armani may be intimidated by Rogue, right? So so the next map would be better if it's more of a macro map, because that would be more favorable for Rogue. So I think it will be interesting to see what kind of map will pop up. But Overlord speed seems to be quite good for Zerg, and I think almost all Zergs go Overlord speed now, because Overlord speed can basically let the Zerg see everything, especially if the Overlord comes in from two sides. There's hardly any way that the Terran could hide their build, so I think it's really good. But anyways, now we're here in Thunderbird. On the top left corner, we have the blue Zerg Armani, and the bottom right corner, we have the final stand for Pang Tin Pang, Rogue. So Rogue is a GSL Codex champion, right? So I think he's the favorite here, honestly, because I think Rogue should be able to beat Armani. But who knows? Who knows? There could be an upset. But I think Rogue will try to take this to a rather late game. I know Rogue is a rather aggressive player, but I think he's gonna try to take this to a late game, and then try to defeat Armani with a very macro style. A standard build coming in from Rogue. Actually, Armani is gonna go for a standard macro play as well. At least so far it looks like it. The question is he going to be really aggressive after this rather standard opening? Overlord scouts going in, trying to see if there's anything cheeky out in the map. So far, everything looks rather standard, and the Queen is gonna be built and Overlord production. So they're pretty much in mirror in terms of build order, which is pretty cool to see. Now the question is, will they try? Would one of the players try to end the game in a Ling Bane composition? But it looks like Armani is gonna go for the rather greedy option and take the third base. And also, Rogue gonna take the third base as well. I guess since this is a rather large map, Thunderbird, I think they're going to try to play it as greedily as possible, taking as much bases, such as third base, rather early, and then try to take this to a mid to late game, a macro battle. And quick circling scout tries to come in, but Queen is there to deny it, and Baneling Nest is going to go down for both Armani and Rogue at pretty much the same time. About 7 seconds difference, which is not that big in a big scale. A Creep Tumor is going to be built from Armani, and let's see if Rogue is going to use that energy to inject. And it looks like he did. And the Evo Chamber is actually going to go down for Armani, looking to get that very early upgrade. The same as Rogue as well. So they're basically both going for like it's kind of like a gentleman's agreement, right? So I'm gonna macro up, and you're gonna macro up, and you know, let's take this to like the mid to late game and see who's really better. You know, that kind of a feeling. Armani is going to get an attack upgrade, and let's see what kind of upgrade Rogue will get. Also attack upgrade, and is starting a Roach Warren rather earlier than Armani, and also Rogue is going to take a lair. So rather earlier timing for Rogue, about 5 to 7 seconds. So theoretically speaking, Rogue may have 1 or 2 more roaches, right, in the battle. In the lower scene, it may seem like not much of a difference, but in the top tier, like Rogue versus Armani, we can see that even a single Zergling might change the outcome. Actually, Armani is gonna go for the Overlord speed now. Now, in ZVZ, Overlord speed is mainly used to dodge corrosive vials, and also if you patrol it in a way, like an N, that it's really hard for the corrosive vial to hit. But Spire is gonna go down for Rogue, and just yet Armani does not scout it. Actually, Armani has no vision, so if he constantly goes for the Roach style, then Armani might be in danger. But I think sooner or later Armani might put down the Hydrodon, just to go to that, just to have a little bit of complexity in this army composition. A second Evo Chamber is gonna go down, trying to get the double upgrade. And Rogue does scout it with a Zergling, real quickly. Oh, here comes the Overseer. And Overseer sees everything, absolutely. Sees the sees the Spire, and let's see the reaction. Hydralisk almost instantaneously gonna go down and start preparing for... Oh no, the Baneling List is hit by the Rogue! Rogue is hitting his own Baneling List! Oh no! Oh, maybe he was walled off. Yeah, that's probably it. A little mistake, a minor mistake, but it's okay. Anyways, Mutalisks are being built. Spores are now gonna go down, trying to counter that Muta damage. Hydralisk's range is the first choice of upgrade coming in from Armani. And Lurker then, I like that choice. So, because Rogue went for Spire, his Hydralisk and Lurker tech is going to be rather slow. So what Armani is trying to abuse here is use the DPS from Hydralisk and the entire ability from Hydralisk to destroy Rogue's air units, and use Lurkers and Roaches in order to dominate the ground force. And he's also getting a Nidus, and Rogue is now getting a Nidus, and I think Rogue is trying to end the game before Lurkers and Hydras can really do much damage to his army. Supply block is gonna come in from Armani because of that aggressive Muta style, sniping off all of these Overlords. Alright, now here comes all the army coming in from Rogue. Now this, if Rogue fails this attack, then it's going to look very grim for Rogue, because Rogue doesn't have any other tech behind this, and also, he doesn't have any lurkers in order to kill, in order to get the domination on the ground army as well. But here comes the attack. There's way more roaches and ravagers from Rogue, and also Mutalisk being very annoying on the top corner. And oh no, here comes the huge roach army from Rogue, and it doesn't. And beautiful, friendly crossbow going in from Armani. And oh no, Armani's army is shrinking and shrinking, and the army supply truly tells it. But beautiful crossbows going down from Armani, but Nidus in the third base of Armani, and Mutalisk destroying Armani's economy on the main base, and Roach is doing so much damage to the third base drones, and it looks like fourth base is definitely gonna go down for Armani. But can he hold? If he can hold with at least 3 bases and saves all the tech, it might still be favorable, but he's losing way too much drones right now. Oh, but Nidus comes through, and a huge Nidus reinforcement is gonna come in from the natural. But it just seems like there's a bit too much Roach Ravagers from Rogue, and splits are good against those corrosive biles, and Mutas are gonna come in and snipe all these Ravagers, and the GG is called. Wow, very well played by Rogue right there. So truly showing a class, true class of the GSL's Codex champion. That was very well played. Armani also did very well trying to play against Rogue. He reacted almost perfectly by building Hydra Den very quickly. However, Rogue was that very smart Nidus play, trying to disperse Armani's attention throughout all of his base. Did a very good job at taking out our man Armani. Very well played by Rogue. So next up is either Dark or Impact. I personally think that Boba is going to send Dark, because if Impact plays against Rogue and if he loses, then it's going to look worse on the overall score in the table. So I think Dark is gonna go next, try to minimize the damage, try to, I guess, make the win more decisive than a 3-2. So I think it's going to be interesting to see Dark versus Rogue. And also, not only that, Dark gets to get revenge against Rogue for the round of 4 back at GSL. Wait, was it Dark versus Rogue? I think so. So I think it's going to be very, very interesting to see. Please remind me in the chat if it was Dark versus Rogue. But anyways, we're just waiting for the game to start. If we see... Anyways, it's going to be a ZVZ, so I think Rogue is going to try to switch things up, and instead of going for that very aggressive Muta Roach all-in, Roach Ravager all-in, I think he's going to go for more of a more standard, I dare say, more standard lurker-based army next game. Or maybe he might go for the same exact thing, because if it worked last time, why not, right? Why not go again? Why not go for it again? I think Rogue might want Dark to play, because if he plays against Dark in the next round, not only that it's going to be a fun game for all of us, for obvious reasons, but also I think we're going to truly see like who's in a better form right now. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see. Let's see. So after this match against Babak and Pang Jin Pang, we're going to see the Men of Busan versus I woke up and it's this team. But anyways, anywho's, that's the feature. So for now, introducing on the bottom right corner, it's actually Impact that's going to be playing. It's the Blue Zerg Impact, and on the top left corner, on FMR, it's going to be the Red Zerg Rogue. Alright, so I see. I guess they're trying to hide Dark until the last and see if they can defeat Rogue as early as possible. But anyways, standard opening gonna come down from both sides. 16 hatch. Into pool gas. Or gas pool. And here comes the gas pool. So far, most of the players have been showing some normal plays in the opening. I think they might be hiding some builds because it's almost BlizzCon. But I think they're playing rather standard, not only because BlizzCon is coming, especially for... Actually, yeah, for Rogue. But yeah. So no crazy early third hatchery for now. It seems like everything's pretty standard. But the Overlord Squad is gonna come in for... Oh, but a very early lair is gonna come down from both sides. Even before their thirds. So looking for some aggression for sure. Oh, Queen's coming off creep in order to try to clean this Overlord, but the Overlord just gets to the perfect pillar. Oh, but it's gonna get shut down. And Rogue gets into supply block. Especially in a very high, fast tempo game like this, each supply matters. And Roche Warren is gonna go down for the both sides, and they're both looking forward to do some aggression, some 2-base aggression. As 3 gas is going to be pumped from both sides very soon, and Overseer is gonna come from Impact in order to see what Rogue is going to do, so he can do some reactionary play. Oh, but Rogue going in with a nice Zergling Scout, slips by like it has oil all over his body. But Roach Speed is gonna come down for Rogue, looking forward to get those speedy boys across the map, and now taking the 4th gas. Oh, this is going to be some very aggressive game coming in from both sides. And Hydroden, it's gonna quickly go down for Rogue. And no! Impact barely misses the Hydroden scouts, which is unfortunate, but the Changeling comes and sees it all. Of course the Changeling sees it all. The Roaches are gonna start coming out for Impact. But he is actually gonna take the 3rd base. Actually, both of the team, both sides are gonna take the 3rd base, with the exception that Rogue, instead of opting for an additional unit count, he is actually building up tech. In the short run, if Impact decides to just go for a full-on attack, then this might be bad choice for Rogue because he doesn't have enough unit to defend, and he's probably not gonna have enough unit. Even enough tech unit in order to defend off the Roach Ravager army. But Impact is just holding off right now, and more time Impact gives, gonna be better for Rogue. That's why right now Rogue is going to step on the gas pedal and decides to walk across the map, trying to do some damage to Rogue. And Rogue, seeing this, decides to pump out a lot of units of his own as well. And Ravager's gonna be spawned in. But here comes Impact's mass Roach army, starting to nibble down on the Roach Warren. If that Roach Warren goes down, it is no more Roach production for Rogue. But Roach Warren getting very, very low. And the Roach Warren does go down. And Rogue needs to now rely upon Hydra's production. And after Hydra's production, wait for the lurkers. Rogue needs to be very patient. Instead of engaging this massive Roach army, he needs to be very patient, wait for those lurkers to pop out, and then engage. Because if he engages right now, he just simply does not have enough stuff. And Impact also needs to be rather careful, because those spine crawlers do more damage than you think. But lurkers are now popping out, and lurkers are starting to scrape these army from Impact, but Impact is actually joining up behind this while pumping out units. So while Impact's on 3 base economy, Rogue is stuck on 2 with a very high tech. Impact needs to be careful not to overextend here. But Impact is doing a very good job dancing with this Lurker and Roach army and trying to extend his macro lead. Some corrosive files. Oh, snipes down the Overseer. Is there any more detection from Impact? Is there any more? But it seems like there's no more detection from Impact other than these speedy boy overlords. Oh, here's another Overseer. Okay, but Impact is doing a great job trying to deny the third base, and he denied it for a very long time. Right now, Impact has almost enough drones, and he has direct saturation going on this third base, while Rogue is trying to do long distance fight. But a lot of oh no, these units are trapped for Impact in this little corner, and the lurkers are gonna come in. Oh, lurkers are being picked off. Impact hitting from the both sides. Lurkers, there's not enough lurkers, and lurkers are not doing a lot of damage, but not enough. And Impact's Roach is all on top of Rogue's lurkers, but Roach reinforcements are now out for Rogue, and it starts to clean up Impact's Roach army. But is this enough? I think there's just too much Roach and Ravagers for Impact, and the GG is called, and Babak takes the game 3-1 on day 2 of Team Destruction League. Wow. Wow, very well played. Oops, sorry about that little music stop. There seemed to have been a problem. But anyways, very well played by Impact. So Impact knew that Impact scouted with his Changeling and his Overseer that Rogue was going to be rather greedy with his army, with his tech. So Impact truly realized that. He took a third behind it, just as an insurance and extra longer production, and he went full gas pedal on that Roach Ravager army. And he literally bulldozed Rogue's army. Very well played by Rogue. Very well played Rogue, but Impact's play totally countered Rogue. So 3-1 in favor of Babak. And Bang Jimpang takes their first loss. We'll be back after a very short break, so don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. And I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Alright, now we're back at it again for next round, which is going to be Men of Busan against I Woke Up and It's This Team. Very, very interesting name. I really like that name. It's very funny. Alright, so let's go over the lineup for Men of Busan and I Woke Up and It's This Team. So on Men of Busan, we of course have all the men from Busan. I guess I'm not sure, but anyways, Men of Busan is consisted of Sue, Fantasy, and DRG. And on the team of I Woke Up in This Team, we have Trap, Bunny, and Alive. But without further ado, let's get right into this awesome ZVP. It's DRG against Trap. Trap, as you guys know, the second place in GSL Codes 2 times in a row. So he is definitely a force to be reckoned with. I am very excited to see how this goes, actually. Very standard opening gonna come in from Trap. A very nice low ground wall. And also very standard build coming in from DRG. A nice gas, taking some gas. So I think DRG might do something cheeky here, or I think DRG is going to play a full-on macro game and try to see what Trap has, and then try to see the condition of Trap today. I think the team, the Men of Busan, kind of is aware that Trap is a definite force to be reckoned with, so I think they kind of want to scout the current condition of Trap. But really nice probe micro, the nice little bit of mind time from Zerg, and Zerg takes a third hatch as well, rather quickly. Like, we can't really say it's a quick third hatch either, because Zerg likes to take all these quick third hatch and stuff. We're going to see Adept first coming in, and a Robo is the first choice of tech from Trap. Robo is a very, I guess, safe option, because Robo can counter Roach All-ins if utilized properly, and also it could be used offensively. It could also be used as scout because you can produce observer. So Robo is overall a very safe opening, we can say. And a Stalker follow-up, probably to deny any and all Overlord scout. And Adept is gonna go in. Oh, using the shade to try to shade out, and doing a little bit of bruising damage to the Zerglings. I like this, I like this. Oh, here comes Warp Prism. So, using Warp Prism means that Trap has something that he wants to do. Like, something kind of aggressive. Or at least he wants the map presence. So that DRG needs to be kind of scared, at least. And a Forge follow-up is gonna come. A handful of Ling is gonna go across the map. Probably because he saw that there was not like a hard wall. I mean, at least a wall, but Trap recognizes this and decides to build a soft wall behind it. DRG does, and they see the Warp Prison coming out, making sure that the Lings head back home. I really like the first choice of tech for Trap. I mean, first choice of unit from the Robo Bay. Because Warp Prism is very useful, because it can give like a lot of map vision, and also if there's any Overlord down in the map, he can catch it as well. Oh, he barely sees that there's no second gas on the natural. A nice Adept positioning and beautiful DRG micro coming in. and takes out the Adept, but three drones goes down for the trouble of the Adepts. Oh, and another Overlord Scout's gonna come in, checks the 4-gate timing, and also checks that there's a forge upgrading. So this is probably going to be a 4-gate with sentries, sentry immortal push. This has been very popular, I guess, from the Protoss because it's actually very strong. It looks like there's not much of an army, like visually, but in reality, it's very strong. Recognizing this, DRJ actually goes for more units, but it actually turns out to be a Immortal drop, which is not bad, definitely. Immortal drop can lower, can kind of deny the queen counts, making sure that it can kind of deny the creep spread as well. But Observer unfortunately does get picked off, and the creep spread cannot, limiting the creep spread really cannot continue. Oh, but here comes the sentry, and here comes the attack. There's no charge just yet, so these are just tanking Zealots, trying to do some damage. And the Twilight Council follow-up, so this is definitely not an all-in, because we have a third and the Twilight Council coming in. But we need to see what kind of damage that trap can do here. Oh, but here comes a huge Zergling run by. I really like that because usually in this kind of pushes, there's not really much army in the home base. So a huge Zergling run by might be able to force a recall or two. But a huge surround comes in, and all of this army is trapped. Oh no, Trap is being trapped by all these Zerglings. But beautiful Juggles are gonna come in, trying to save all these Immortals. Oh, look at this micro. But there is just too much stuff, and a beautiful engage coming in for a DRG, pushing away Trap. Very good job by DRG. And actually, Trap really doesn't have much army back at home. He has a couple of microable Immortals and some Sentry. Blink is being researched. A rather nice choice. I think that's more of a defensive choice. And looking at the Robo Bay being built, we're either going to see Disruptors or some Colossus. But looking at the Blink upgrade, dare I say, we might see some Disruptor play. Dare I say. And actually DRG stopped producing drones because he is in a pretty comfortable position, and he is now pumping out that army unit. Trap is trying to scout with double hallucinate the Phoenix. I think Trap right now is just trying to see what's going on, and he does scout that there is going to be a huge push gonna come in by DRG, and he is also building a lot and lots of Banelings, which is pretty aggressive. It means that there's going to be an aggression very soon, and Trap does scout this as well. And now, oh, but he's going to take a fourth, and he's going to increase tech here. There's a huge supply difference, but you need to be aware that these are Roach supply, and Roach supply ain't real supply. But there's a lot of Ling Banes here, so with some good force field and some good micro, this could be driven back, and beautiful force field is going to push away lots and lots of Zerg army. But Zerg is just going to rotate around and see if he can come in from a different angle, and it looks like he's gonna come in from two angles, from the north and from the south. But two Colossi are out, and beautiful force field denying all those Roach and Banelings from coming in. But from the north, right, crashes in the Banelings, and all of these units are being bruised badly. But there's only Roaches and Ravengers remaining. And guess what's good against Roaches and Ravengers? That's right, Immortals, Sentries, Colossus. So DRG's basically forced to back off here. And Stalker's doing so much damage to this Roach Ravager army, but the Zergling Rumbai comes in trying to deny the 4th base of Trap, which is a very, very good move, and forcing Trap to come home. And it seems like DRG is going to go for that beautiful, beautiful high tech and go for the final tech, which is Infestor and Broodlords, or maybe even Lurkers, but no Hydra Den, so I think it's unlikely. But I think DRG is going to max out, go fight once again, while he techs up. DRG, of course, in a very good position, now comes in, flooding all these Stalkers with Lings. A beautiful, beautiful micro by Trap, saving a lot of the Stalkers. Oh no, but here comes an aggression by Trap. He has a lot of Colossus Immortal, but he doesn't have any. He only has 1 sentry, so there's no force field really to stop this. So there's a huge concave coming in from DRG, trapping a lot of these army. And Immortals goes down, and only 2 Colossus and a handful of Stalkers remaining. DRG just took a really good fight, but at the same time, Trap has sent some Zealot run by trying to take out the base. Oh, DRG is now going all ham. Wow. A very nice fight has been taken by Trap there. I mean DRG there. Took out a handful of Protoss army. But here's the thing. The Trap did a very good job at maintaining his fourth base, like saving it, and then now he's saturating the 4th base. And at the same time, he's going to keep building up his army. But the problem here is that DRG is at Hive Tech. And Ultras are going to be pumped up from DRG now. But we need to keep in mind, Immortals are pretty good against Ultras. They're pretty good. But anyways, Bane run by was gonna come in from DRG, but the probe scouts it and the Stalkers are being dispatched in order to counter it. Oh, but a huge Lingbai coming in from the north to the 3rd base. The splits are not there, and 12 probes are gonna go there, and more Lings are gonna come in. Oh, but a nice little spawn in from Trap, mitigating some damage, but 12 probes going down. That is pretty scary. But anyways, Vipers are out now. So Vipers and Ultras usually mean that instead of going for the extreme late game, I am gonna end you right now, ASAP. So if this attack fails, or rather, if Trap holds this rather well, then Trap is going to be able to tech up, and is going to be able to take more bases, and is going to be okay in a better position. But DRG is doing a great job reducing the Zealot counts, sending all these run by, keeping Trap busy, keeping Trap from maxing out, and it looks like an attack is going to come from DRG rather soon. Oh, and the Fleet Beacon, and the tech up is going to start pumping in from Trap as he is getting, or he thinks that he's getting comfortable, but a huge maxed out army is gonna come in, and from the north side there's going to be a Ling Bane run by, but 2 Archons hold it off. A very good placement by Trap. And here comes the Spire, and probably going to morph into the Greater Spire very soon. So DRG is probably gonna go in when the Spire tech is ready, or the Greater Spire tech is ready, because then when he throws this Ultra away, when he uses this Ultra to do some damage to Trap, he can instantaneously switch over to Broodlords. And he has a very healthy bank, so it's probably going to be a very good choice to wait until then. And Adrenal Gland is gonna kick in, and also Ultralisk speed is complete. So we might see a timing here. Few Archons getting picked off. Oh, DRG thought about going in there, but he is very disciplined. And a huge Baneling run by, but oh! 7 probes gonna go down. And some mistakes were forced. Actually, no. Some replacement army is now being built. Trying to get to that better tech, but Trap is feeling confident. He is maxed out. He has Storm. He has Immortals. He has Colossus. He's like, get out of here. I'm gonna go attack you. And he's walking across the map. He knows that when Brood War shows up, there's not going to be any way to counter it. So here comes the massive army. No Storm just yet. Beautiful Blinding Cloud by DRG. Oh, nice feedback gonna go down, but this Immortal is going to chew down all of those Ultralisks and tank so many. Baneling. And Protoss is gonna walk across the map, feeling very confident, feeling very strong, and DRG, as I said, Ultralisks are very weak against the Immortals, and Colossus just beaming down at that poor Zerg army. Look at those drafts, and look at those scary guys, but a huge surround is gonna come in from DRG, and Trap is surrounded, but Immortals are really good against Ultralisks, and everything seems to get cleaned up, and the supply is now in favor of Trap. Oh, and the GG is called, and Trap takes game 1. Woo! That was some spicy game right there. Whew. So let's break that down a little. Let's calm down and break that game down. Okay, so in the mid game, and early in mid game, DRG did a great job at taking the lead. He did a great job at controlling the map overall. But he decided to go for Vipers and Ultras instead of taking up the Infestors and Brood Lords quickly. Now granted, Trap was prepared if Brood Lords were to show up, and it probably was going to take a very long time for Brood Lords to show up. So maybe that's why he decided to go for Ultras, but he had to throw away the army more quickly, because it basically gave time for Trap to max out or get into a pretty comfortable supply, and all he had to do was walk over to the other side of the map where DRG was not prepared for such armies such as Immortals, and that's why he kind of just died there. Immortals target fired the Ultras, melting them like it was nothing, and they did a very good job at defeating DRG. Now we're going to see another match coming in. Let's see who might come out. So on the side of the Busan, the men of Busan, we have Fantasy and Sue remaining. I think we might see Fantasy. Let's see. Oh, never mind. I'm wrong again. We're going to see Sue versus Trap. Oh, this is gonna be a good match. So on the top left corner, we have the red Protoss, Trap. And on the bottom right corner, we have the blue Zerg, Sue. Oh, he is sending out a drone. Oh, hello there. Proxy hatch much? Are we actually going to see a proxy hatch? Oh, please be a proxy hatch. But Trap just spotted that, so I think that's why he just... no, it's just going to be a drone scout, unfortunately. Or actually more like a drone denied the natural of Protoss scout. But still. Normal timing for expansion coming in from Su, and probably gonna follow up with gas pull. But Trap recognizes that this is going to be a like a drone block, so it sends 2 probes down and tries to deny it. Very well played by Trap right there. Understanding what's going on and then perfectly executes it. So this is what Su tried to do is really liked by Dark. He does that a lot, but very well played. Oh, one more hit on the drone. Is that probe is going to get it? God, bring around the rosies. Nope, that drone is not gonna die just yet. And the third is going to be taken by Su. So we're transitioning into a pretty solid early game. A pretty normal early game. Adept is going to be the first choice from a Trap. And a Robo is going to be the first tech for Trap. So Trap, I don't know if it's muscle memory or not, but he built a Robo Bay, but Su decides to be a pervert and goes back into the base and sees absolutely everything. This is cute. And Su responded a priceless response. Question mark, question mark. Very cute, very cute. Oh, and here comes the probe scout, seeing pretty much everything as well, checking if there's a third or not. Very good, very good. Oh, now an Adept is gonna go in and try to scout, but doesn't commit just yet. I like the fact that he's not committing just yet. A Warp Prism is gonna pop out very soon. Meaning that each unit is, and it's a very early Warp Prism as well, meaning that each unit is going to count. So more unit he saves right now, more poking potential he has with the Warp Prism. Oh, it seems like the music unfortunately ended, so let's restart it real quick. Alright, here we go. Okay, so here we go. So 2 Adept is going to be loaded up to the Warp Prism and sent across the map. I like this. I like this very much. Because 2 Adept can one-shot the drone, so if Su is not paying attention, then there could be a lot of damage done. But Immortal and Sentry follow-up is going to be coming in from Trap. So we might see that Sentry Immortal poke once again coming in from Trap. Nice cancel on that Shade because Su had his sling surrounding it. Alright, now here comes another poke. Now it's going to be 8 gates, right? 8 gates, so it's going to be pretty strong. He's going to put a lot of oomph into this poke. Now Su does recognize this, and he's starting to pump out unit as well. So now he just got their lair, and he's getting road speed, and he's starting to prepare for a nice defense. But I would like to... Oh, but nice little force field there, denying these links from coming in. Now, drone production is pretty good right now. There's almost a 3 base saturation. So 4 more drones and a 3 base saturation. Oh, and a little lag here. Oh, But press F to pay respect, guys. Press F in the chat to pay respects for the random observer. GG. Press F in the chat, boys. Alright, sorry about this little technical difficulty at this moment. I would like to apologize on the behalf. But as soon as... But so far, a pretty standard game. But anyways, the game is going to start very soon. As soon as the time is up. So let's get ready. Bam. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1. And a push is now gonna come from a trap as soon as the game is resumed. Oh, but the changeling is going to see a lot of things spawning in here. But Trap, does he see it? That's the question. That's the question. Oh yeah, he sees the changeling. And Sue recognizes that this attack is gonna come, so he's pumping out roaches as much as possible. The question is, can he hold? This Stalker Sentry Zealot Immortal composition is very good for this early all-in, so we should see if this is going to be a good push. Unfortunately, Zerg does not have a force field, so he needs to use Cross the Bile to zone out this huge army that's going up this way. But beautiful force field is gonna come in from Trap, dividing this army into two. More sentries are being warped in for that beautiful force field, but so many Cross Files going in and so many Cross File being eaten by Trap. But Immortal are such a good unit against roaches, but they are soaking up so many roach Ravager attacks, and they are getting bruised. And with no Warp Prism microing it, they're just getting more and more bruised, and all the tanking force from the Zealot and the Sentry and the Stalkers are now practically gone, and now Trap is only relying upon the Stalkers, and there is no follow-up behind this, so this is an all-in. Pro production is resumed by Trap, but I don't know about this, Kev. Warping gonna go in. A nice little micro, but beautiful Crucible is going to slap down that Warp Prism, and beautiful Crucible destroying the force field, and he's gonna go down all over Trap, and Trap taps out, and Sue takes game number 2. Wow. So Sue perfectly identifying that an all-in is gonna come. So what Sue did was look at all this gateway production and no third base, and he was like, nope, this is gonna be an all-in. But beautiful reaction. Perfectly cutting drones at 3 base saturation, like that was good, and also perfectly pumping out units. For Trap, maybe attacking a little bit earlier may have been better, because that's just before the timing of the 3 base saturation. But still, beautifully played by Sue there, defeating the 2nd place of GSL Codes in an instance. Very well played. But anyways, we're going to take a little short break and then come back as soon as possible. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, we're back, and sorry about the quality drop. I really do not understand why this is happening for now, but anyways, let's go to the game 3. So on the top right corner we have the Red Terran, alive. And on the bottom left, on the top left corner, hopefully we'll get to, but still we're looking at alive. Anyways, here on the left side now. On the left side we have the blue Zerg, Sue. Sue took the game very well previously. Did a great job at taking out Trap with really great style. So Trap went for an all-in, but Sue successfully identified that and shut it down pretty well. Normal builds gonna go down for both sides. No SCV scout from Alive just yet. Actually, since he didn't send one out, it's probably never gonna come. But still, kind of respecting Shutter, and Alive kind of knows. I guess he's kind of guessing there's not going to be anything SCV scout worthy, and Reaper's probably gonna go in there and scout everything. Third is going to be taken very soon by Sue, and it's just going to be before the Reaper gets there probably. Yep, and the third base gets plopped down. A normal 1-1-1 is going to go down for Alive. The question is it going to be a battlecruiser or battlecruiser follow-up, or is it going to be a normal 1-1-1 Banshee into, you know, this jump and stuff? Ba 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 da. For now, we can see that it's not going to be any greedy third CC or third CC for now. But Hellion is gonna get on that production. So far, a very classic 1-1-1. And also, looking at the tech lab that's being added to the barracks, it's probably going to be some Hellion Banshee play. Yep. Or actually, Alive is instead going to opt for a very early stem, and it's probably going to go for that drop version. And also using the Viking that he's building right now, he's probably going to deny some scout. First though, I would like to apologize for the quality drop for now. Nice little Hellion drop is gonna go down on the main of Sue. But doesn't pick up a lot of stuff, but a nice little good job at denying some mine time. And nice Reaper Harass is gonna come down, but nice little micro coming in from Sue, denying any and all aggression. And it looks like Bio is going to be the tech choice of Alive, and he's looking for a timing here, for a 1-1 timing, and he's probably gonna walk across the map with some combat shield, stem, beautiful Bio army with some siege tank as well. And there's no third CC coming down for Alive just yet. Actually, is that a third CC that I see? Actually, he does have a third CC. So a nice standard little macro game gonna go. Now, Sue is going to clear out these rocks, right? And this is very good. And this is very good for the Zerg, because this allows the Zerg to be more mobile and is able to get rid of the areas that Terrans can really abuse with the siege tank. Second factor is going to come down so that Alive can really start pumping out that factory units such as Widow Mines and siege tank. And it's most likely going to be the Widow Mines that's going to be coming out from the second factory. Usually the trend has been that the Terran players will build Hydralisk. I mean the Zerg players will build Hydralisk, right? The Terran can build both Siege Tank and Widow Mines from these two factories. So that may be the very likely thing to come. But Siege Tank is going to stay there on the mid ground where that nice little cute Ewok is dancing. Oh no, some Bane drops came in and destroyed 7 SCVs. And also the supply is really starting to favor Sue quite a bit, and Sue is now taking up all the way to Hive and expanding like a madman. The creep is now halfway across the map, and Alive needs to now get on it, try to clean some creep and try to equalize the supply count at least a little bit. But here comes the huge Slingbane army just surrounding this little creep cleanup squad. But still, Alive is trying to do this on the both sides, but huge amount of just Slingbane Hydras just going all over the place, denying these marine drops from cleaning up the creeps. Alright, now sensor towers are going to be built and little mine drop. So now Alive is trying to do damage to Sue, right? But I think it's a bit too late. Sue is already fully saturated, 81 workers, which is pretty optimal. And all he has to do is just wait until the Hive Tech and try nibbling down. But oh no, this huge army is just gonna come here. But beautiful micro coming in from Alive. Trying to push back the the Ling army. A beautiful Widowmine connection gives the additional time that Alive needs. And nice little squad trying to clean up the creep here. Nice little pickup from Alive as well. Actually, now the game is looking pretty darn good for Alive. Except for the fact that there's a lot of hive ticks about to come. But still, keep in mind that Alive is also expanding with, and also is getting a higher tech army such as liberators, such as ranged liberators. And now what he's doing is sending out all these hit squads, trying to clean up all the creeps and trying to retake the map control. But just the thing is, Lingbane is just so good and so mobile that it can easily map control and also if Alive is not paying attention for a little bit, all the Lingbanes could surround his bio army and could take out all of the bio army. Oh, nice little bait coming in from the Overseer, trying to take out all those Widowmine shots. And nice little pick officer. Now Alive is waiting for the perfect timing to send in this little medevac hit squad, and he's probably gonna land right there where the camera on the 9 o'clock position after it finishes, just so that Sue cannot cancel it anymore. Now, Ghost Cloak is gonna come in, and a huge Ghost transition, Ghost Liberator transition is to be expected from Alive. And meanwhile, oh, a nice little creep cleaning and beautiful harass coming in from Alive, hitting him from 2 different directions. And maybe another direction is about to come. Yeah, a main army is gonna come from the middle, and quite a lot of Ling has been pulled just to deal with this little hit squad. And a huge main army walking down the main street into the newly expanded base. Alive! Looking very good. Looking very alive indeed. And beautiful drops gonna come in from the main. Now able to target fire every single high-tech building, and the hive is getting bruised. But a huge army is coming across. And a huge Baneling is gonna come here. Oh, a nice pickup from Alive. And look at the main army, which seems to have disengaged. But still a beautiful drop, trying to take down those Banelings one by one. Beautiful micro coming in by Alive. Now he can target fire all these queens, preventing them from pumping. And a huge army is gonna come to the newly established 9 o'clock base. And the all army is in the main base trying to clean it up. But this new base is about to go down, and Alive picks off the new base. And the hive stands strong, but at what cost? A nice little Nidus play is gonna go down from Sue, trying to wreak havoc on Alive's base, but Alive is on top of it, trying to take already took down the Nidus one right there, shut down. But another Nidus attempt, but Alive again is on top of it. And also sending the Viking, trying to deny Enya and all Overlord vision as well. Alive looking very good at this moment. And this Liberator harass, disturbing all this mining, and also killing all those poor little cute little larvae. But nice defense from Sue. Sending that Spore Crawler, trying to deny the Liberator. And suddenly all things are looking pretty similar. And just as if they did a little gentleman's agreement, no infestors, no broodlords. And nice little sneaky little medevac coming in. And nice little drop, trying to take out all these drones one by one. Oh, but the Hydralisk, it goes down, but probably he's going to just replace that useless Marines with beautiful Ghost and Liberators, which is a very good trade. And beautiful run by of Hellbat and Reaper coming in. Those Hellbats are the Hellions that was saved from the very beginning of the game. But it does get cleaned off. But he still made some profit there, because all Alive is doing is throwing away the useless units such as those random Hellbats in order to replace it with beautiful Liberators and beautiful Ghosts as well. Oh boy. Here comes a huge, massive Lingban Hydra with Vipers. Viper means that I'm gonna end this right here. And it does not look good for Alive. Alive already being forced to lift a building, and 18 SCVs going down. Where's Alive's army? Alright, Alive taking position in the top corner. But here's all the Liberator army. This is all the bread and butter of Terran's army. But a huge Lingbane Hydra force coming in, killing everything in the natural. But a beautiful surround coming in from the Terran army, but Zerg can just go to the 4th base, wreak havoc there. There's just way too much damage for a late game right now, and it does not look good for Life. But beautiful nuke going down, 20 kills, but all the infrastructures are being hit. And Sue doing a really good job at wreaking havoc on Alive's side of the map, but Alive doing a good job at zoning out all these army, but at what cost? But at what cost? Sue has a lot of bank and also quite a bit of, and not enough larva, I don't think, but Sue can easily replace this army. But keep in mind that Alive lost few of his army, but still Alive coming in, doing damage, army supply in favor of Alive, and I think Alive did it. I think Alive held it. I think he can do it. Oh, beautiful mass Liberator is gonna come in, zone the main out, and the massive Doom Drop going in, gonna take out the Hive, gonna deny that high-tech Zerg army, and Alive is starting to break Sue apart one by one. Deny the Nidus as well. That's gonna come into the save. Oh no, but the little but so many drones gonna go down by the single Liberator from the high ground, and the Hive goes down, and Sue has nowhere to go. He needs to end this with Slayer Tech. He needs to fight. But there's so many Liberators, so many zoning out, and Sue is just getting picked off one by one, and Sue is committing to this. Sue is gonna go and attack on the high grounds, gonna try to take out this Liberator, but Liberators are such good units, shooting all these lasers at the Liberators, but good abducts, unseating those Liberators, and Sue pushes away Alive for now. Sue still has a very beautiful bank, so Sue can always replace whatever he has right now at this very instance. But Alive, he doesn't have much mining base. A lot of his mining base has been defeated by the Lingbane Hydra army. So we need to see what Alive is gonna do, trying to equalize this game back. So what we need to see is more of those beautiful Doom Drops on the main base or any mining base, and try to zone out one by one and try to pick off Sue's base one by one and try to equalize the economy that way. And at the same time, he needs to defeat Sue's army 2 times. Beautiful denial for mining bases by Sue. Although Sue has a lot of ultras, but one thing that's going for Alive is that Sue is stuck on layer tech. Like, he doesn't have a hive, so he cannot go for the He cannot go for the Broodlord's investors at this moment. So Sue's basically stuck on ultras Lingbane Hydra, right? So as long as Alive produces enough Ghost, enough Marauders, enough Liberators, he still has a chance. And this is what I was talking about, trying to break apart Zerg's army one by one. Very good drop, but he needs to save this. But Priestblitz is gonna go down from on the right side, and another hit squad gonna come in here and destroy another hatchery. And beautiful little hit squads going all over the map. And here comes a huge push from Sue. Oh, never mind, he's gonna back off. Yeah, I was gonna say that was going to be a very risky push gonna be coming in. Oh, but does he commit? Does he commit? No. He understands that this is a very scary position that Terran is holding. Oh, but he does commit, and a huge Ultraless Queen Lingbane Hydra is gonna go and Viper. Nice abducts. unsieging all those liberators, and the corruptors are gonna clean everything up, and Sue wipes the floor with his beautiful corruptor Lingbane Ultra Hydra army composition, and life is looking more grim and grim for Alive here. Another mining base is going to be denied for Alive, but still Alive is doing a good job trying to equalize this by doing damage to the hatcheries, but is it going to be enough? That's the question. Oh, beautiful snipe and beautiful focus firing, just going to delete that Ultra. And actually the supplies are looking pretty even. There's not enough larva for Sue to use because Alive did a great job at sniping all these hatcheries. Sue simply doesn't have enough larvas to replace his army, and Alive moving across the map one more time. He is confident, he is strong, and corruptors cannot shoot down, and he is looking for blood. And he continues to take down all these hatchery, and practically the only hive or like really late game unit that Sue can produce is basically Ultras and Vipers. And Ultras and Vipers are really good against the very starved out Terran army with only Liberators, Marauders, and Marines. Especially because Vipers can't really unsiege the Liberators. But still, with beautiful control and beautiful focus firing from Alive, he can still take this. And also Sue, he started to run low on his bank, so he needs to stop throwing away his army. But beautiful Corruptor is going to start denying all these mining bases once again. And overall, look at the supply. It's quite in favor of Sue at this moment. Oh, but another beautiful run by coming in from Alive. Oh, but is this going to be enough? Beautiful mine connects. Oh, nice mine connects and some nice little micro there. Alive. Disengaging. And overlords are being pulled, and Sue decides to go attack on the high ground, and beautiful mine connects, and Alive trying to pull back all the way to his second base, but unfortunately, I think Sue has done it, or has he? Alive is doing such a good job at micro and splitting that Sue cannot really end this game just now. But Corruptor, oh, but this is going to be the end, isn't it? A GG is called. Wow! Wow, that was such a beautiful late game fight over there. Alive, with his beautiful control, he held up, he defended thousands and billions of attack from the Zerg. But eventually, he couldn't defeat the Swarm. Sue did a really good job at denying additional mining bases from the Terran, and he eventually won with his massive bank. But also credit goes to Alive as well, because Alive also did a very good job at denying all sorts of denying all forms of additional hatchery, making sure that Sue doesn't have enough larva production. Not only that, Alive did a really good move, doom dropping upon Hive base, or the main base of Zerg, doing a good job at Liberator zoning out, and did an awesome job at closing out the game. So it's currently 2-1 in the favor of, I believe, I just woke up. Actually, it's actually, yeah, 2-1 in the favor of, I just woke up, I believe. No, actually, I stand corrected, I'm very sorry. 2-1 in the favor of the Men of Busan. 2. Don't forget the 2. Oh man, but that was a really intense battle, wasn't it? I really liked it, to be honest. It really showed the beautiful control of Alive, and Also, although it was Sue favorite, I think Olet did a great job. Now here in the Thunderbird, on the top left corner, we have the red Terran. Bunny! And on the bottom right corner of Thunderbird, we have the the blue Zerg Sue. Alright, so it's another TVZ, and it's going to be the last stand for the team over here. For the team, I just woke up. So the question is, so this is a rather Zerg favorite map, right? Because it's really easy to take a third base, and it's really easy to defend. So it's known to be a Zerg favorite map, but you still cannot count out the Terran's potential here. Terran can easily do a lot of drops. Although it's very hard, but it really depends on the Terran. As Maru has shown against Ragnarok and against Dark in this map, if you can constantly drop and try to split the Zerg's army, you can indeed take out the Zerg's army. So it's going to be very interesting to see what goes on here. Alright, it's going to be a standard Reaper expand coming in from Bunny, and another standard play coming in from Sue, taking the very early third hatchery as well. And then SCV Scout was actually going to go down for Bunny as well. And also a standard 111 is going to be the choice of the build for Bunny. 111 is probably the safest choice because it can pretty much defend everything, and also it can poke pretty well as well. Also on this map, 111 is favorite time to time because you can also take a very greedy third. So people usually just do a factory third CC for the turn time to time. And I'm kind of expecting to see this from Bunny as well. But instead, he is going for a second barracks and a third CC. Okay, so I think what we're gonna see here is a kind of a 2-on-1 into Hellbat push. 2-on-1 Hellbat, Stim, and +1 push. So this is a build that Time has shown us against Zero, and it worked like a charm actually. And I think Bunny is doing a really good job at using this build because this is going to be able to, if Sue doesn't scout this very well, which he is unlikely to do because he's not going for the Overlord speed, but if Sue doesn't scout this, then this could pack a very good punch. And 2 Marines are gonna come here trying to deny the scout, so it's pretty good. Although Sue is going to see the third CC, if he doesn't see the second barracks and if he doesn't see the unit production, then he might not be able to suspect this because third CC could come with a lot of different combination, right? So and here comes the stem upgrade. Bunny actually gonna go up to 6 Hellions. And also he's only going to send out a couple of Hellions with the Reaper just to hide the Hellion count to make sure that this push is much more effective. He sends in the Reaper to the third base to see what's going on. Yeah, here it is. A 2-on-1 follow-up. Although we're not going to see Armory, so it's probably not going to be that push. This is still going to be a nice little... actually, there is an Armory. So we might actually see the push that I was talking about, which is going to be very exciting. Because if it is timed very well, it's all before it's all before Banes pop out, because it hits in the timing where the Zerg is still droning up. Alright, here comes the drop. And the Spire is the tick choice of Sue over here, which is a pretty nice counter to this. Baneling speed is now just being produced, which means there's going to be about 40 seconds. So I'm kind of suspecting that there's going to be about 10-second window where Bunny needs to make this happen. Even if he fails this push, it does not mean that the game is over, because he has a third CC behind this, and he is starting 1-1 right now. So definitely, this could pack a huge punch. But the question is, can Sue hold this? Can Sue hold this? Okay, Bunny is going for the more safe decision of going for the fourth space and trying to zone out. And pre-split, a beautiful pre-split is going to come down from the Hellbat against the possible Banelings. And a nice little split coming in from Bunny. A nice little micro, but is there just too much paint? No. All the Marines are going to survive, but it's just barely not enough. But still, Bunny takes out the fourth base, takes out a lot and lots of Banelings, and takes a nice little profit on there. And also, he has a third base going on now, and a 1-1 timing is probably going to be. Probably we're going to see either 1-1 or 2-2 timing that's gonna come as a follow-up from Bunny, and a lot of creep cleaning as well. So Sue, what does he do now? So he's actually going to build a lot more units in Ling Bane because his third base saturation is over, and his fourth base is still quite a while from being finished. So I think we're going to see a little bit of poking around from Sue as well. And he saved out a lot of minerals and gas, meaning that he can really now pump out a lot and lots of high quality units. Okay, so there was a little drop. Oh, nice little distraction drop. And trying to deny the fourth base again, but the Queens and the Banes are on top of this time. Or is it? Bunny's trying to focus down, but nice little focus fire on the little Baneling. And then tries to back up, but the Mutalics are now trying to chase down all the Medivacs. And oh no, but still, a beautiful, beautiful drop gonna come in from the second base. But nice little pull from Sue, denying this little drop. And the Medivac gets picked off, meaning that there's not going to be much harass gonna come in from Bunny. Bunny losing the 3 full Medivac and harassing and not really paying off is going to hurt a lot. Now Bunny is behind in supply as well. In addition, 2-2 is not being started, which is kind of a mistake in my opinion. Or did 2-2? Oh, okay, 2-2 just starting, which is nice. But the Muta harasses, denying all these add-ons, trying to delay the production as well. Picks up 4 SAVs as well, which is pretty nice. Okay, now 5th base is going to be constructed for Sue. Now he's trying to prepare for a very, very long, like a long game. He's going for the Infestor Pit, and he's also building. He's probably gonna build a hive as well very soon. So we're probably gonna see some beautiful, beautiful Infestor Blue Lord army that's gonna come from Sue, probably in the future. Okay, but here comes a lot. That's a lot of Mutalisks, honestly. Okay, so there's going to be more drops from Bunny. So what Bunny is trying to do is trying to see what's the tech for Sue right now, and he's trying to see what he can do in order to do a little bit of damage and do a little bit of scouting. He needs to find the timing where he needs to find the timing where he can transition into Ghost Liberators as soon as possible. If he doesn't go for Ghost Liberators, Thor Liberators will be fine as well. Probably. Okay, but nice little scouting drone does indeed scout the Medivac is on his way. Oh, wait. Does he scout it? Did he scout it? Okay, seems like he did, because this Muta and Ling army is looking for it. Oh, wait. No. This sneaky little pervert's Medivac is gonna go all the way in and wreak some havoc. And at the same time, the main army of Terran is gonna go to the high ground on the middle part of the map and is trying to conquer it. And two-way attack is gonna come from Bunny trying to split Sue's attention. Nice little focusing fire on the drones. But Muta should be able to clean this up. And on the main army, pulls back as it cleans creep as well. I like this decision because as Bunny, you really don't want to overextend here. And that main army moving out was a little scheme just to lower some drone count as well. Okay, so Su is doing a good job here, splitting his army, trying to bait out those mines. But a PP is called. Su is like question mark, question mark. He's saying sorry. There's a lot of lag right now. And he says ready. And go is called. And 3, 2, 1, go! So air upgrade is gonna come in from Su. And ultralisk then is being built, which is going to be scouted if Bunny clicked on it. But air upgrade and ultra means that eventually Su is gonna think about going for the worst. But for now, he's gonna go for the ultra to have a little buffer and try to see if he can defend it, or even better, end the game. He's gonna deny this base right here, which is going to be huge. Yeah, that base is gonna get picked off. Wow, very well played by Su right there. Oh, but a huge doom drop is going to be coming in, but nice reaction from Su, pulling his Ling Bane in order to go defend. Now Ghost Liberator is going to be the choice of tech, late game tech for Bunny, which is pretty nice, indeed. It's probably the best late game unit composition that can counter the Zerg late game. But still, even with that, it could be hard for Bunny to defeat Su with the late game comp, but still. With great control, nothing is impossible. Oh, and nice little drop is now gonna come. And I like what Bunny's doing. He's constantly cleaning creep on this high ground over here, so that when he needs to, he can always use this as a battlefield and do some mine war. Nice little pick off on that mine. And +3 attack for air upgrade gonna come in. And now nukes are on the way. This ultra! Is this ultra gonna kill all the marines? Nope, because Bunny's micro is really good. And an attack tries to come out of the 9 o'clock position, but nice little split and nice little reaction. And beautiful, a drop gonna go in on this side, trying to maximize this damage. Now, all these attacks are happening all over the place at the same time, which is what Terra needs to do. But no! All these fire gets cleaned up by beautiful Banes around. And Nidus is now gonna go down on the main base. Now, does Bunny see this? Does Bunny react? And Nuke is gonna go down over here. Oh no, there's nothing coming in. Oh, there's a huge bio army gonna come in from Bunny, but a huge Ling Bane Ultra army just pops out, destroying everything. But still, beautiful splits from Bunny, and focusing down these Ultra. So the good part is that all this army is cleaned up, but the bad part, there's another Nidus, and it's killing all your workers. Oh no, it's a disaster. A single Nidus wave, or 2 Nidus, is kind of making Bunny fall apart here. Very well played by Su right now. Although this is gonna get cleaned up, it's gonna put Bunny in a very bad position right now. And Su is gonna go for that Ultra and then Ling army right now. And I don't know if he has Vipers or not, but he's starting to look to end this game at least. Or at least do more damage that there's no future for for Bunny. And also, as we can see on the production tab, Sue is now going for Corruptors, meaning that he's gonna go for that beautiful, beautiful Broodlord army. Or it could just be to counter the Liberators, but the final tech that you would want as Terran, as Zerg, is going to be that Broodlord. Because Ultras, eventually they could all be microed out, such as like Ghost and Liberators and Marauders. Okay, I like this from Bunny. So what he's doing is he's sending like a hit squad of Liberator, so he can start hitting on Sue's economy. And this is going to be very important because more Bunny can do damage to the worker, Sue needs to rebuild those workers, meaning that there's going to be less and less army units, right? But Sue is on top of it. He's taking everything down. And also, a huge Nidus does come in. A nice little burrow here, very cute. But there's of course a missile turret. And, oh no. Oh, look at all these cracklings. Just going around nibbling on those SCVs. Nibble, nibble, nibble. Nom, 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 nom. Two little cheeky little Zergling just hiding there. And a huge Nidus will go down on this fresh base of Terran. Oh no, there's another Nidus on those fresh mules! And the Nidus gets taken down. Whew! But the thing is, like, there's just so much bank for Sue. And Sue needs to basically throw away like 3 army, or Terran is gonna be a pretty good position. Oh, and Sue's gonna keep on expanding over there. Another knight is gonna go down in the main base. Now, reaction from Bunny's very important. Okay, he's sending units in, trying to take that knight down. Oh no, 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 here comes... the Zergling finally gets detected and the knight is shut down. But using this as a distraction, a huge main Ling Bane Ultra army is gonna go and crush every single bio army that's defending this little planetary fortress. But Liberators shooting down at those Ultras, but Mutalisk cleans it up, and this planetary is the only thing that's holding this. But Ultras are gonna come and nom away at the planetary as well. The thing is, there's no greater spire coming in from Sue just yet. But there's going to be more Nidus. And these cracklings just gonna go in and kill every single living thing. Yeah, there's just a lot of Nidus that's just going down, keeping Bunny very busy. Okay. Nice little scan there, denying any and all Zerglings that may produce a Nidus. Oh no, 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 no! Bunny's army is out of position and Zerg is gonna go and try to defeat all this, but a lot of Zerglings are bleeding out. Beautiful Baneling connection, but nice little snipes are dwindling Ultralists, and Bunny holds another day. But these Mutalisks are still being a nuisance, going around all over the place and destroying everything. Okay, but there's another Nidus at the 8 o'clock position, ready to wreak havoc. Okay, nuke's gonna go down. Oh, but a beautiful surround's gonna come in from from Sue and Bunny, trying to hold to his dear life, but the planetary is not there yet, and the Liberator's now just joining, but he's gonna get mowed down by all these Corruptors. Oh no, and the Ultras are gonna go in and kill all these poor units. Oh no! Oh, but beautiful Kite gonna come in from this Marauder and Marine, but still, at what cost did Bunny defend this? By what cost? Sue still has millions of minerals and gas in his bank, but Bunny's still barely surviving, and he needs to hold this planetary, but all these Corruptors are gonna barf at the planetary, and it's gonna set it on fire. And Nutanitis is gonna come in. The GG is called, and Sue wins it for the team Men of Busan. Wow! Very well played by Sue there. Going all over the place with that beautiful, beautiful Nidus network. Making sure that Bunny could not attack or do any damage. Like, Bunny played really well, trying to capitalize with that bio play, and really nice timing as well. But Sue, just a bit too good. Wiping out practically everything. Very well played by Sue. And congratulations to Team Men of Busan for taking this group stage game today. So I believe that is 3-1, and I believe that's the end of the match. So yeah. Anyway, so I think I'll go over the nice little schedule here. So tomorrow, I believe, we're going to have Jin Lovers, aka the Jinner Lovers, and we're going to have Pang Jin Pang, and also we're going to see Men of Busan 2 again tomorrow, facing against Patient one-man team as well. So make sure to tune in again tomorrow at the same time, 7 o'clock. You're going to be able to see Kozen casting it, I believe, and it's same time, same place here today. And congratulations to Busan Sana, which is Men of Busan, and Babak winning today's group matches. And I'll see you guys next time, and thank you guys for watching. And these are the nice little schedule as well for tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and have a very nice day. Goodbye. Oh, sorry for this, but just a quick note. Today there was 817,701 donation from all the people that's watching this. So Africa TV would like to thank those who donated, and each of this is very helpful because it adds on to the player pool, and it helps Africa TV to host Team Destruction League for StarCraft in the future as well. So again, I would like to thank every single one of you for watching, and I think tomorrow will be a very good day as well in terms of games. So make sure to tune in tomorrow, 7 p.m. KST, same exact time. I believe that's 4 a.m. in the EDT and 12 o'clock for CEST. So don't be shy and make sure to hop in and watch this beautiful stream. I'm just seeing if there's any more clip here. But it seems like it's going to be the end very soon. But again, thank you very much for tuning in, and I think I had a lot of fun. If you guys had a lot of fun as well, please put a thumbs up in the chat or something, I'll really appreciate it. And thank you very much, and have a very nice day.